Welcome back to Tahoe Tonight. Well, I'm looking forward to learn something now. Along with me right now, Rondi Lambeth from Fortress Credit Pro, right?
That's right.
I
Thanks
got
for
it.
having me
Thanks
on.
for
Awesome.
coming in. Yeah. All right, I'm ready to learn something about managing my finances, credit, debit cards. The wallets are full.
Yeah. You know, you should never, and I talk about this on my daily radio show every day, you should never use a debit card when you go out and purchase things like groceries, gasoline, clothes. And the reason you should not use a debit card, you should be using a credit card. And the reason for that is your debit card is attached to your checking account. Mm-hmm. It's your checking account that you pay rent with, or mortgage with, or car insurance, or even your car payment.
Yeah.
And what happens if you go to a big box store and you swipe your debit card, and then the Russians or the Chinese hack into that, steal all that data, they're going to close your debit card. Or, worst case scenario, they actually take money out of your checking account. Now, it can take banks and credit unions 4 to 6 weeks to get that money back. In the meantime, how are you going to pay your rent? How are you going to pay mortgage?
Such a good point.
So if you use a credit card, if they hack into it, 24 hours later you have your money back, allowing you to still pay your mortgage and rent. So, but the problem is, the reason that most people use a debit card is generally 2 reasons. One, because their credit is bad. They got bad credit, they can't get a credit card. Right?
Yeah, true.
Or 2, they're afraid to use the credit card because they're afraid what they're going to do with it. Right? They're going to go into debt.
Oh yeah, I mean, the minute you see a credit card, you can get credit line up to $2,000 or whatever the limit they send you. Like, yeah, I got extra $2,000. Uh-oh.
So here's how you do it. You simply open a second checking account. The second checking account pays your mortgage or your rent or your car payment. So you kind of have your mandatory bills in one checking account and your discretionary bills in the other. And you use the discretionaries with your debit card. So your gas and maybe your clothing and groceries and stuff, you use that separate checking account. And with today's technology, you just tell your employer, I want you...
I'm listening to you, I got tickled. Keep talking.
You want your employer to deposit into different accounts. And I do it for my employees. X amount goes into this account on payday, X amount goes into that account. And that way you can use that debit card without the fear of someone stealing your money.
That's great advice. Look at that, frog just took my voice. That was fascinating information. Gosh, that's so interesting because I do. You think, gosh, I should just be using my debit card because that's the amount of money that I have. But that protection, fraud's happening more and more.
Right. You know, we get calls every single day at my office freaking out, panicking.
Yeah.
Rondi, my debit card just got hacked. I can't pay rent. I can't pay my mortgage. I can't pay my car payment. They're coming to repo it. There are companies out there like, well, I won't say their name, but there are car companies that sell cars at the dealership that's pay here, buy here, pay here. If you miss your payment by a day, they have a GPS tracker on your car.
Holy moly.
They'll come get it. I've had employees of mine have their car repoed because they paid 1 day late. And it wasn't their fault. The debit card got hacked. And they're like, well, what can I do? What can I get my car? How do I get my car back? Well, get the money back from the credit union. Well, they say 4 to 6 weeks. They got to prove it's fraud. So don't use a debit card. Use a credit card. If you have bad credit, go to my website, badcreditisachoice.com, and we'll clean it up. Badcreditisachoice.com, we're America's only paid-on-performance credit repair company. Awesome. So you hire me, we fix it. If we don't fix it, you don't pay me anything.
Great information. Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you so much.
Froggy in my throat, thanks you too. I appreciate all the information you gave out. And we're going to take this on out to break. More Tahoe Tonight right after this.